Hello students, good morning. Welcome back to your 36th lecture of English Grammar of Essay 2. I hope you all are safe at your home. As we know that we had completed lesson number 3 in our previous lecture. Today we are going to start our new lesson, lesson number 19. And the name of the lesson is conjunctions. Let's see what will we learn here in this lecture today. First of all, I will give an introduction of the topic. Then I will explain you what is conjunction. Then we will see the definition of conjunctions with the examples. Then today we are going to learn about the uses of and the uses of but. And then we will do the exercise according to the rules which we are going to learn today. So let's start. Our new lesson, conjunctions. Do you know what is conjunction and why the conjunctions used in grammar language? A conjunction is a word which has a power to join the phrases, sentences or clause. It means we use a word to join the sentence, phrase or word, and in grammar language it is called the conjunction. Let's see the example. I am reading. And then the another sentence is I am writing. Now there are two sentences here, right? But if we want to write in a one sentence, then what can we do? We will join them, and for join them we use a particular word to join these sentences and make it in a shorter. So what can we do? We use and make two sentences convert into one sentence, right? So let's see how can we make it. Here first sentence is I am reading and second sentence is I am writing. Then we will write the common part of these two sentences, and the common part is I am. So we will write first I am and then join the similar or contrast idea which is given in the sentences. Here reading and writing is given in these sentences, so we will write I am reading and writing. So this way we use particular word and make the sentence, join the sentences. Same this way we also join the phrases, clause, etc. Right? Now we understand that if we need a particular word to join two different sentences, and the word which we need to join the sentence is called conjunction. Do you know what is the meaning of conjunction? Let's see the meaning of the word conjunction. So con means together, junction means to join. So conjunction, meaning of the conjunction is to join together. So what is the meaning of conjunction? To join together. It means that we need a conjunction to join the sentences. That's why conjunctions are also called the joining words. You also learnt about the joining words in your previous standard, right? Here we actually know what are the joining words called conjunctions, and conjunctions are called the joining words because then we use them to join sentences, clause, etc. Right? Now let's see the definition of the conjunctions. Conjunction is the name for those common words that are used to join parts of sentences. Conjunction may be used to begin certain sentence. Or we can say that conjunction mean joining words that is used to joining together sentences, words and group of words. So what are the conjunctions? In very short term, we understand that to join different sentences we need one word and it is called the conjunction. So we understand that conjunctions are called the joining words and we use them to join the sentences together, different words together and group of words, clause, etc. So this is the definition of the conjunction. I hope you understand what meaning of the conjunction and the definition of the conjunctions. Let's see. In grammar language, there are two type of conjunctions and they are coordinating conjunctions and subcoordinating conjunctions. Here, this is only for the explanation. It is only for your basic information. We will not going to learn about the coordinating, what are the which are the coordinating conjunctions and which are the subcoordinating conjunctions, but you have an idea and you have that knowledge. There are two type of conjunctions. For the coordinating and subcoordinating conjunctions you will study in your next standard, and in this lesson we are going to learn about some conjunctions and they are, which are they? And, but, or, because. So now we understand that conjunction are the joining words, and in this lesson we only learn about the four conjunctions, which are they? And, but, or and because. As we know that in a grammar language we everything, every topic has a particular rules. Same as that we also have a rules where we use the conjunctions and where we use the particular conjunctions. For example, where we use and, where we use, in which cases we use but, in which cases we use or, and in which cases we use because. So let's start and let's see the possibilities, which possibilities are there in the sentences and how can we use the conjunctions. Today we are going to learn about only the uses of and but. We use and to join the sentence when the two sentences have a similar idea. It shows the similarity in the sentence, and there are more than 3-4 possibilities are there. At that time we use and. Let's see what is the first possibility and what is the first rule to use and. And can be used to join together two nouns. If there are two nouns in two sentences, then how can we join them and what can we do? When there are more than one noun in the sentences and we want to join them together, we use and. How can it possible? Let's see example and understand it. First is, I had pizza for dinner. The second sentence is, I had pasta for dinner. Here, what are the nouns? Pizza, dinner and pasta are the nouns. But for dinner, I need pizza and pasta. I have two dishes are there for my dinner, and which I had already done in my dinner. So if we want to use conjunction and make this sentence, convert this sentence in one, then what can we do? First of all, whatever the similar part, whatever the common part in the sentence, means whatever the common part, the first sentence has I had pizza and the second sentence also had I had pasta, right? So which is the common part? I had, and for dinner is the common part of two sentences. And what are the different nouns are there? Pizza, pasta. So what can we do? First of all, write I had, then we use the noun pizza and pasta, and then we write the rest of the sentence for dinner. I had pizza and pasta for dinner. So this is the way we use and when two nouns are in the sentence and we want to join them. Understand? Let's move on. These are the possibilities to uses of and. The second possibility is and can be used joined together two adjectives. Let's see how can it possible. Where there are two adjectives in the sentence or sentences and we just want to pick out the common words from the sentence and we use and between two adjectives. Means when we use and to join the sentence, there is only one pattern will be followed, and it is first of all we pick out the common part of the sentence and then use the two different adjectives, nouns, whatever it is in the sentence, we write and between noun and adjective. Let's see the example and understand it. She is sweet. What is the adjective in the sentence? Sweet. Next sentence is she is hardworking. Here what is an adjective in the sentence? Hardworking. So in these two sentences, sweet and hardworking are the adjectives. So if we want to join them, these two sentences, what will we do? We write the first common part of the sentence and which is she is, right? Then what are the adjective? Sweet, hardworking. So we write sweet, then we use and then we write hardworking. Okay, so let's see. She is sweet and hardworking. So this is the way we use and between two adjectives. Let's see the another example. Gopal is naughty. Gopal is lazy. Here also two adjectives are here. So what can we do? Same way we write the common part first. Gopal is the common part of these two sentences and then we write yes, naughty, then we write and then we write lazy. Gopal is naughty and lazy. Understand? Let's move on. The next possibility to uses of and can be used joined together two verbs. When there are two verbs in the sentences and we want to join them in a sentence, then we follow the same pattern. Means just pick out the common part of the sentence and write the first verb and then we use and then write the second verb. Let's see the example and we understand this possibility. I like to singing. Second word is I like to dancing. Here singing and dancing are the verbs, right? Now, if we want to join these two sentences, what can we do? We write first of all the common part of these two sentences. And what is the common part? I like to, right? So, first of all, we write I like to. Then, we write the first verb. What is the first verb? Singing. Then, we use and then we write the second verb is the dancing. So what will be the answer? I like to singing and dancing. So this is the way if there are two verbs in the sentences and we want to join them, how can we use and join them? Let's see the another example. Raj is speaking. Raj is writing. Now we know that what are the verbs? Speaking, writing are the verbs in these two sentences. Then what can we do? Yes, we will write Raj is speaking and writing. Understand? So this is the way we use and join two verbs together in a sentence. Let's see the next possibility of and can be used joined together two adverbs. If there are two adverbs for a noun, we use two adverbs for a noun, then what can we do? Let's see. Let's see the example and understand it. Write the compo neatly. The second sentence is write the compo correctly. Here what can we do? First of all, we pick out the adverb. What are the adverb in these two sentences? Neatly and correctly. So, same pattern we can follow. And what is the pattern of and? We just pick out the common part of the sentence and then write the first adverb and then write the second adverb. So, first of all, what is the common part of these two sentences? Write the compo. So, first of all, we write the compo. Then first adverb is neatly. Then we write and. Then we write the second adverb. What is the second adverb? Correctly. So, what will be our answer? Write the compo neatly and correctly. Let's see another example. The runner runs quickly. Next sentence is the runner runs energetically. Here two adverbs are here. As we know that quickly and energetically are the adverbs. So how can we join them together? Now I hope you have understand this rule, this pattern, right? Just do it by self. Just think the answer by self. First of all, what can we do? We just pick out the common part of the sentence. And what is the common part of the sentence? The runner runs. Then what will we do? We will write the first adverb. What is the first adverb? Quickly. Then we use the conjunction. Which conjunction we use here? And then energetically. And then we will put full stop. So what will be our answer? Our answer will be the runner runs quickly and energetically. Understand? When there are two adverbs are in the sentences, and how can we use and join them together? Let's see the next possibilities. It is and can be used to join together two pronouns. Let's see the example and understand it. I went to school with him. Next sentence is I went to school with her. Here the sentences show us that I went school with him and her also. If we want to write these two sentences, join them, combine them, then what can we do? As we know that him and her are the possessive pronouns, right? So in these cases, same pattern will be followed, and which is that? We just pick out the common part of these two sentences. Which is the common part? I went to school with are the common part. So first of all we write the I went to school with, right? And what are the pronouns are there? Him and her. Okay, so we will write the answer I went to school with him and her, both. It means that I went to school with him and her also, right? Let's see the another example. Share your lunch with me. Share your lunch with her. As we know that me and her are also the possessive pronoun. And what can we do? Yes, we write the common part of the sentence, share your lunch with, and then we use me and her. Understand? So this is the way we use and to join two different pronouns in a sentence. Let's see the next possibility, and it is and can be used joined together two phrases. What are the phrases? As I told you in our previous lesson, phrases are called the small sentences, right? So let's see the example and understand. Go there, come here, stand up, sit down are the phrases, are called the phrases. So here we have given go there, and the second phrase is stand in a line. If we want to these two phrases together in a sentence, then what can we do? We write first sentence, then use and, first phrase, then use and then join the another phrase. So what will be the answer? Go there and stand in a line. Next is stand up, come here. So how can we join them? Yes, now think about it. Stand up is a phrase, come here is a phrase. If we want to join these two phrases in a sentence, then what can we do? First of all, we write the first phrase, then we use the conjunction means and then we'll write the second phrase. So what will be the answer? Stand up and come here. Understand? So if two phrases are there and we want to join them, how can we join with by and? So this is the way we can join two phrases by using and. The next possibility is and can be joined sentences by expressing similar ideas. Now just remember that and use for the similar ideas, to join the similar or linking ideas, right? Similar thinking, similar ideas, similar verbs, right? Related ideas, each other. The sentences are in a question form. The sentences are written separately, but they shows relation between them. At that time we use and. Let's see this possibility with the example. He packed his bag is the first sentence, and the next sentence is he left for office. So just think about it. First of all, what can he do? He packed his bag and then he go for his office. So this is the linking, this is the relation, this is the similar ideas that express it. First of all, you have to do this and then you can do the rest part of the sentence. So it is the relation, it shows the relation, similarity. So what can we do? First of all, what can he do? He packed his bag, then he left for office. So in first sentence, here we have given first of all he packed his bag, right? So first action is done. After the first action done, he attempt the second action. So this is the relation of the two sentences. How can we write and join with and? We write first sentence, he packed his bag and left for office. In this sentence, whatever the common part, we just write only once in the sentence. So, he is the common part. Already we have written in a beginning of the sentence. So, he packed his bag and left for office. Let's see the another example and understand it properly. She is drawing the doll, and the next is she is coloring the doll. Here two sentences are there, but without drawing, can it possible to color the doll? No. So if the sentence need first action completely and then attempted the second action, it is shows the relation of two sentences. That's why we use here and to join these two sentences. So how can we join? First of all, we pick out the common part of the sentence. What is the common part? She is, right? And what is drawing the doll and coloring the doll? So drawing and coloring are the verb which is related to each other, and the doll is also the common part of the sentence. So what can we do? She is drawing and coloring the doll. So what will be our answer? She is drawing and coloring the doll. So this is the way and this is the possibilities which we use for and. Now we are moving on the next conjunction uses of but. In which possibilities we use but? We use but to show the contrast. Means two sentences show the contrast. At that time we use but. Understand? As we know that we use and when there is similar ideas in the sentence, some connection in the sentence, at that time we use and at that type of sentences. But when the sentences have contrast in the at that time we use but to join them. Let's see the example and understand how can we use but and what are the contrast. My grandfather is old. He is fit. Here, in a second sentence, he refers to my grandfather, right? So, my grandfather is the noun and he refers my grandfather. Here, two ideas are there, two contrasts are there. Old and fit are the contrast. It shows the contrast. Generally, old people are not fit, right? So it shows the contrast. So, but my grandfather is old but fit. So we use but when this type of contrast in the sentences. My grandfather is old but fit. As we know that he refers my grandfather, so we cannot write again in the sentence while joining but in the sentence. Okay. So what can we do? My grandfather is old. We use but. Only the contrast of the second sentence is fit. No need to write the another words from the second sentence. Let's see the another example. She is an intelligent. She is careless. Here intelligent means very clever and careless means yes, she doesn't care properly of her things. It means that. So intelligent and careless shows the contrast of these two sentences. Then what can we do to join them in a sentence? We join these two sentences by using but, because it shows the contrast. So we write the common part, she is, then we write intelligent, then we write but careless. So what will be the answer? She is an intelligent but careless. So this is the way, if there are contrasts in the sentence, we use this pattern to join them with but. Let's see the another example. Priya solved the difficult sum quickly. The another sentence is she solved it correctly. Here we understand that in second sentence she refers to Priya. We use she at the repetition of the Priya, the name of Priya. She is a girl, and we use the pronoun to avoid the repetition of her name, right? Now what can we do? What is the contrast? Priya solved the difficult sum quickly. So he is very intelligent to solve the sums quickly, very fast, right? Quickly means very fast. And she solved it correctly means her sums are also correct. So if sometime we have done something quickly, then most of the time we have some mistake at that time. But here Priya have solved this difficult sum quickly but correctly. So quickly and correctly are the contrast of these two sentences. And how can we join them? We write Priya solved the difficult sum quickly but correctly is the answer. So understand how can we use but when the contrast in the sentence. I hope you have understand how to use and but. Let's see the exercise. Let's do the exercise and revise which we have learned today. Join the sentences with and. This ball is red. This ball is blue. Now just think about it. What is the answer of this sentence? First of all, read the heading. Join the sentences with and. Now, what will be the answer? The ball is red and blue. Let's see the another sentence. That boy is strong. That boy is healthy. So, what will be the answer? That boy is strong and healthy. Understand? How can we use and in this to make two sentences in a sentence? Let's move on. The next exercise is join the sentences with but. Those people are poor. Those people are honest. Here two contrasts are there. Poor and honest are the contrast. It shows the contrast. So what will we do? We will write the common part of the sentence and then we will join two contrasts with but. So we write those people are poor but honest. Understand? Let's move on. She wants to be a doctor. She can't succeed. Can't succeed means she cannot be a doctor. She tried but she can't succeed. So here what can we do? Want to be a doctor and can't succeed are to show shows the contrast of the sentences. So what can we do? She wants to be a doctor, but she can't succeed. We can write she can't succeed or can't succeed also. So this is the way we use and but to join the sentences in different possibilities. I hope you have understand the uses of and but. In our next lecture, we will learn about the uses of or and because. Stay at your home and stay healthy. Thank you. Have a great day.